Hi. Okay, going live. So this week is all about energy, improving our energy, and I'm mostly relating it to food and what we're putting into our bodies, what we're not putting into our bodies. And as far as energy this week goes, yesterday I had zero, not for lack of trying, but we had a low pressure system come in. And I have this wonderful thing where I suffer migraines and have been also diagnosed with fibromyalgia. So I checked in with my fibro friends, and because it's new for me, I only found out when I got diagnosed that it actually is a real thing that exists. I grew up in a family that was like, no, you're never sick, you're fine, it's okay, cut it off, you'll be fine, right? So I did check in with my fibro friends yesterday, and they assured me I worked it out that there was 80% that said that they were also suffering very badly yesterday with either migraines or flares, or both migraines and flares. So it is actually weather related. So I feel better, I suppose. I do actually feel better, but I feel like I wasn't to blame. It wasn't in my actions that caused me to be like zero focused, totally on my ass. I couldn't function. And so I listened to my body, and I took a me day. I took a personal day. I rested. I continued to drink a ton of water, ate clean all day. And then by bedtime, I felt better. And now it's a sunny day. The migraine's gone. I think there's still a little bit of a haze, but that's my common ground. That's my base point. So that's okay. So this week, energy and how we're bringing it in, what we're doing, and usually we're relating it, or I relate it mainly to what we're putting into our body, how we're moving our body, and how we're resting our body. And I think that's common practice across the board throughout the entire industry. Now, my area of expertise is grief, but in figuring out how to grieve better, it's important to make sure that your physiology is supportive of your emotional journey. And that's why it's important to learn how to treat your body. I know a lot of times, especially when we're in acute grief, we want to curl up into a ball. We are cut off from the world. We're behind that glass or in that snow globe type thing where you just feel like you're separate from everything. And of course, when our society behaves the way it does, where we are grief denying and even death and grief denying, where people are like, okay, you go over there, then it's even more isolating. So we need to take care of ourselves on an even higher level, because often we or our closest inner circle are the only ones supporting us. And again, we need to focus on our energy, focus on increasing it by nutrition, resting, and moving, exercising. So today, nutrients and microgreens. 2 days ago, because I skipped yesterday because I was on the couch dealing with my need to rest, we talked about the vitamins and minerals that are really important in increasing energy. So these food items, bringing it all together, these food items that I'm going to talk about today are very helpful in increasing energy because they have those nutrients within them. So we're going to start at the top of the raw food pyramid, and you don't need to eat raw food 100%. Like, that is crazy, that is ridiculous. There are a lot of diets and fads and things going on, but one thing that's common throughout all of them from the very beginning right up to date with keto and whatever else is going on is the importance of greens. And so when we're looking at the raw food pyramid, right at the top of it are seaweed greens. So I've eaten all mine, and I've pulled a package out from my recycle bin. So these are like those nori papers. This is just like the snack variety. So there's like about 10 sheets in there. I crumple it up and I put it on salads, or I just eat them as a snack. And with the seaweed greens, they are high in B vitamins, zinc, and iron. They're super tasty. There's like 2 carbs, and both of them are fiber, which makes it a zero net carb food product. So these are great. Is it still alive? I don't know, but it's green and it's delicious. And it does fit still into the raw food pyramid. They also are good for and have antioxidants, so they help you with cell damage. The second thing on the raw food pyramid is the nutritional yeast. So this is unactivated or deactivated yeast flakes. They taste a little bit like, a little cheesy, a little bit like Parmesan. I put them into my homemade salad dressings. I put them onto my salad. I put them onto when I make zucchini noodles or spaghetti squash, then I sprinkle them onto that in lieu of Parmesan cheese because the flavor is quite similar. And then check this out. It is full of protein, totally gluten-free as well, by the way, has a full spectrum of vitamin Bs, zinc, phosphorus, selenium, and magnesium. And most of those things were on our list from the other day when we were talking about minerals and nutrients. And then the next thing that you can add into your diet is the microgreens and the herbs. I don't really get into the wheatgrass juicing just because I find it inconvenient. I actually did have one of those grinder juicers and the thing was just a nightmare to clean. So boop, out. I want convenient, I want easy to manage, easy to add to my food and into my diet because I want to increase that energy and I don't want to use a lot of energy to try to get more energy. You know what I mean? So I don't want to be cleaning my juicer all day long, making my own wheatgrass. So what we can also add, and I don't have any here right now, but I'm going to start a batch, is some microgreens. And the top 10 microgreens, okay, here, the thing about microgreens is that they have between 4 and 40% more nutrients than per weight, right? Like ounce per ounce, than their full grown counterparts. So if you get an ounce of little baby sprouts, they're going to have as 4 to 40 times more nutrients than an ounce of the full grown vegetable, the full grown product. The top 10 microgreens, as per, I think it was Dr. Axe, because he's awesome. Do you know Dr. Axe? Check him out. He's pretty great. Are chives, broccoli, radish, sunflower, mizuna, which has a really mild taste. I was thinking it was one of the spicy ones. It's not. Mizuna, beets, kale, high in vitamin C, basil, yummy on everything, and a better, a better mood stabilizer than the St. John worts, apparently, so I read it. You can Google it yourself. Basil, chia, and then the garden cress. So you pick up some microgreens, you add them into your salads, you make them their own side, you put them on top of your pastas, like, you know, your noodle pastas, not the gluten ones, because that will drain your energy. High carbs will drain you really fast. So leave that out of there. If you want to have pasta, do the zucchini noodles or do the spaghetti squash and then sauce up however you normally would, and it'd be all great. So again, and then there's everything else. There's all the regular greens, but you know about that already. You know to eat your broccoli and have your salad and, you know, choke down some kale once in a while if you can manage it. I throw mine in an oil bath and then wait a day and then I'll eat it, or I'll make my kale into a soup. But doing it by way of microgreen makes it easier because you just clip your little babies. They are, if you're growing your own, they're ready to harvest in 7 to 14 days. That's only 1 or 2 weeks. It makes it easy. It's something you can do on the windowsill, and that's it. So that's it. Seaweed, nutritional yeast, microgreens, and we are going to just leave it right there. The rest you already know, and I hope you have an energetic and productive day. And if you need that extra little bit of rest, get your power nap in, no more than 20 minutes, set a timer, put some nice music on with the, Insight timer, and go from there. So that's it. Sending you love, courage, and radiance. As always, have an energetic Thursday. Bye-bye.